I have just finished watching the very dramatic Netflix series Adolescence. Have you seen it? It stars the incredible actor Stephen Graham. He has this incredibly iconic Scouse accent. But if you're not used to the Liverpool accent, when you watch him, you might find yourself thinking, wait, what did he just say? Hello everyone, my name is Anna. I'm an English teacher and pronunciation coach, and today I'm going to break down Stephen Graham's Scouse accent so that you can not only understand the Liverpool accent, but also start to appreciate how expressive and unique the Liverpool accent really is.
Bruce and that Scott Cooper, the wonderful director.
Oh yeah, what was Bruce like?
Absolutely adorable.
Okay, the first feature I want to point out is this tapped R. This is where the tongue tip is lifting up and touching the roof of the mouth where the R appears. So he said director, 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 and adorable, adorable. So the tongue tip is touching adorable, adorable. I would not do that in my modern RP accent. I'd say adorable and director. So I bunch the tongue for my R, but with a Liverpool accent, it's a tapped sound. Adorable director, adorable director. So you can just hear a lot more contact between the tongue and the roof of the mouth there. Let's continue.
You know, he's absolutely phenomenal. He's
He's the greatest.
such a humble, kind, generous person, do you know what I mean?
Did you notice Stephen's treatment of the vowel in the word kind?
Kind.
Kind. Now this is a diphthong that would actually be quite short within the word kind. The vowel would go I, but we'd say it quite quickly, kind. Now Stephen dragged out the first part of that sound, making it almost sound like one single monophthong, kind.
Kind.
He also had a slightly different treatment to me of the vowel in person.
Person.
In standard British English, what you'd find in the dictionaries, a modern RP, you'd find a relaxed tongue. The back of the tongue is down and relaxed. But what we heard from Stephen was the tongue is slightly raised.
Person.
Person, person, and there's a bit more tension there with that vowel as well. So we had kind person, a kind person. Let's continue.
What I did was, for my research, I listened to his audiobook.
Now here we have two really interesting features. The first is probably one of my favourite features of the Liverpool accent, and it's what I call the wet K sound. It's also found with the T as well. So it's this aspiration of the plosives K and T in that final position.
His audiobook.
So you have this continuation of sound rather than a quick K sound. It's K, K, booch, booch.
His audiobook.
We also find this with words ending in T occasionally, like in the word right. You'd hear from a Scouser, right, right, tss, 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 like a symbol, tss, 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 right, 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 audiobook. The other thing I want to point out about that is the vowel in book. Did you notice?
His audiobook.
Ordinarily, you would expect that vowel to be book, book, but here, Stephen uses a long oo sound, book, audiobook, audiobook. I did my research, search, and we had that sound as well. Remember earlier I said would be the standard. Liverpool is slightly more tension in the tongue, lifted, research, audiobook.
For my research, I listened to his audiobook.
Let's carry on.
It's great, isn't it? And it's just...
Did you hear it? It's great, great. Tapped the R. Great, great.
The richness in his voice and, you know, him reliving all them beautiful stories. But
Did you hear it again? Stories, stories. Tapping the R every time we see it.
when he talks about his dad, he creates a different persona. So I just basically nicked what he'd done.
Now, are you noticing the inflection? It's coming up quite a lot at the end, even when he's not posing a question.
When he talks about his dad, he creates a different persona. So I just basically nicked what he'd done.
Wow.
But he's such a wonderful man.
Yeah.
And he's got time for everyone on set.
Now, he said, he's got time, he's got time.
He's got time.
And that goes back to the I diphthong that I mentioned earlier with the word kind. So we have kind, time.
Kind. He's got time. Yeah, I got in trouble for a little bit first, though.
Now, I got in trouble for a little bit first, though. So there again, we have the vowel, which I talked about in standard English is this neutral sound. But for Stephen, it's this slightly raised back of the tongue, first. I got in trouble first. We have a tapping on the R, trouble, first.
Yeah, I got in trouble for a little bit first, though.
Can you just tell?
Look, what happened was...
Did you hear that? Loch. We had that very wet K sound there.
Leo used to drive a golf cart.
Yeah.
You know the way they drive golf carts
Sure.
on big sets and stuff like that?
We have drive.
To drive a golf cart.
Now, did you hear how he said the word cart? In modern RP, you'd have the long R vowel, which is the long R, dropped jaw, lots of space in the mouth, cart. But he did a long kind of nasal ah. So he's using like a lengthened version of cat.
Golf cart.
And I imagine it's the same for the word car.
Yeah.
So I asked him for a go.
So here we have the typical R, north-south divide. So in the north, they'll often use the short A vowel, where in the south, they use the R vowel. So words like bath in the north would be bath, last in the north would be last. And we had it there with the word ask. In the south, we'd have a long R, but in the north, we say ask.
So I asked him for a go. I said, can I have a go at a golf cart? And he was like,
Something else you'll notice happening is occasionally when Stephen is speaking a little faster, the TH becomes a D sound.
I said, can I have a go at a golf cart? So I was driving it.
Another feature I want to point out is the glottal T. So where words end with a T, like in it, and also later in the word bit, you'll notice the T isn't pronounced, it's glottalized, so you'll hear I.
So I was driving it. Golf carts aren't that fast, are they?
No.
But going downhill, they are. Do you know what I mean?
There's so many features to unpack there. Golf carts aren't so fast, are they? You'll notice the TH, so rather than they, he's saying day. And actually there, it sounded closer to D, RD.
Golf carts aren't that fast, are they? But if you knock it into reverse when you're going quite fast, well, the back wheels lock.
Okay, this is my favourite sentence. If you knock it into reverse when you're going quite fast, well, the back wheels lock. So let's start off with knock. Knock, at the end there we have this wet K sound, noch.
But if you knock...
Noch. Then we lose the T in it, becomes glottal, noche, into reverse. So we have this tense, lifted back of the tongue, reverse. Noch it into reverse. When you're going quite fast. So in going, the ing is no longer a with the back of the tongue high. It's an N with the front of the tongue up. Go in. Rather than going. When you're going quite fast, so the R vowel is switched for an A, short A sound, and it's really pronounced A. When you're going quite fast.
But if you knock it into reverse when you're going quite fast, well, the back wheels lock.
So then you have noche into reverse when you're going quite fast. Well, the back wheels lock.
But if you knock it into reverse when you're going quite fast, well, the back wheels lock.
Oh, I just love his accent, and I hope now that you understand it a little more that you do too. It's just so enjoyable to listen to. And thank you, Stephen, for all your amazing work. If you really do enjoy British accents but need a bit more help getting to grips with them, then come and enroll on my free British Accents mini course. It is free. I'll leave a link in the description, and I hope that it helps you to feel more confident when talking to native British speakers. For now, thank you so much. If you did enjoy this, then please leave a thumb. And if you have any comments about what you've seen, then please feel free to share. I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Until then, take very good care and goodbye.